All right, so in this example, we have two graphs, G and H, and we want to decide if they're isomorphic or not. Now, let's see. If you think about redrawing G, you could redraw G like this. Let's see, the one, so this would be V5, that would be V3, that would be V4, V1, and V2. And similarly, we could redraw H. We could redraw H like that as well. So let's see, that would be U1, U2, U3, and then unwind U4 and U5, so it'd be U4 and U5. So that shows you intuitively what our isomorphism, our one-to-one and onto function from the vertices of G to the vertices of H that preserves edges is going to have to be. So let's see, V1 is going to have to go over to U4. Let's see, V2 is going to have to go over to U1. V3 is going to have to go over to U2. V4 is going to have to go over to U5. And V5 is going to have to go to U3. All right, so now let's, so first we need to verify this is a one-to-one and onto function. Okay, we've listed all the vertices of G, right? We've listed all the vertices of G. They're all different here, so it's a function. These are all different, so it's one-to-one. There's no D and E's, so it's onto. So the function is one-to-one and onto. Our function, let's call it f. All right, now we want to just make sure that it preserves edges. So f of vi, vj, so let's see, v1 goes to u4, v2 goes to u1. Now looking at this one, let's see, we got v1 going to u4, v4 going to u5, v2, I'll go to this one here, v2 goes to u1, v3 goes to u2, v3 goes to u2, v4 goes to u5. Okay, now looking at this one, v3 goes to u2, v5 goes to u3. So now looking at the original H, just looking at your original H there, U4, U1, is that, yeah, that's an edge there. Yes, looking at that one. U4, U5, yes, that's an edge. U1, U2, yes, that's an edge. U2, U5, yes, that's an edge. U2, U3, yes, that's an edge. All yeses, that tells us that our function preserves edges. So here we have, so now we know that f is a one-to-one and onto function that preserves edges. Well, that's an isomorphism. So f is an isomorphism if there's an isomorphism between G and H, that tells us that f, or sorry, not f, that tells us that G and H are isomorphic. Which means they're essentially the same.